generally what happens is when you speak to people about improving the performance of their business, they will start to explain all the challenges that they have, or all the challenges that their industry has. And usually they revolve around the same thing. It's the availability of quality labor, it's the prices of raw materials, it's the exchange rates that are working against them, etc. All of these things stand in their way of being able to raise the business as a level of performance. But what they are not recognizing is this concept called the normal curve, or the bell curve, the normal distribution. And the way the bell curve works is like this. If you were to go and look at, let's say, the profitability of a number of companies in an industry, you'll find that a few companies make very high returns, a few companies make very low returns, and most of the companies cluster around the average returns of the industry. In fact, it's them clustering around that return that makes it the average. But in any event, there's a normal distribution to the returns that the companies in the industry make. So the purists, the statistical purists, will say that the curve could be skewed one way or another, but the principle remains the same. Now, if you go into different points in time where the exchange rates were doing one thing or the interest rates were doing the other thing, you would find that no matter what the situation was, some companies would be doing well and others would be doing not as well. In other words, the curve would retain its shape. The only thing that would be different is that the curve might be more to the left or the right than it was currently. And that's the important thing, is that you don't have to worry about whatever moves the curve left or right. Your focus has to be, how do I get myself from where I am on the curve and shift further to the front of the curve? How do I get into the front of the curve? That's the focus. And that's got nothing to do with what those challenges appear to be, like the availability of quality labor. You're not interested in trying to find quality labor for the whole industry. You're just looking for labor for your company. So what can you do to attract whatever labor is in the industry to your company? What can you do to take whatever the quality of labor is that you have and turn them into the most productive employees that you can do? That's got nothing to do with the challenges of the industry. It's only got to do about you, what you do. It reminds me of the story of the two guys walking in the Kruger Park, and they come across a lion. And the first guy immediately pulls off his rucksack and starts looking for some running shoes. And the second guy says, "Dude, you can't outrun the lion. What are you doing?" And the first guy says, "I don't need to outrun the lion. I just have to outrun you." And that's the crux. You don't have to outrun the challenges in the industry. You just have to do better with those challenges than the next guy. And that's going to put you in a stronger position.